Hello friends. So today we will talk about this scope and opportunities in electric vehicle industry. So as a engineer, whenever we are talking about career, we are thinking about career, then we see ki, okay, what options are available. So there are various industries in this market today for a start, for a job. There various opportunities are there. Okay. Similarly, there is a one vertical called electric vehicle industry. Okay, so today we will be talking about that industry and how we can be a part of that industry as a fresher, especially. So if we talk about market trend, what is the future of EV market, especially in Indian scenario? So India is the third largest automobile market globally after this Japan and Germany. Okay, so Germany is the number one global market, and Japan is second global market in this automotive industry. Third one is India. Similarly, if we talk about ki where is the push, how this is growing on. So from government from policy makers, there is a push for manufacturers, okay, and policy makers to collaborate to shift demand. Like this demand is there, so they are pushing this to shift towards the electric vehicle industry, because this is a greener option if we compare this to the IC engine, for like diesel or petrol engines, correct? The in our country, the automotive sector is a major contributor to our economy. This 7.1% of our GDP is contributing by automotive industry in our country. And if we talk about survey, the economic survey of 2023 predicts that Indian domestic electric vehicle market will see a 49% of compound annual growth rate, that is called CAGR, between 2022 to and 2030. Okay, with and this will be, apart from this, there will be a annual sales of this electric vehicle will reach by 10 million by 2030. Okay, additionally, the electric vehicle industry is projected to create around 50 million direct and indirect jobs by 2030. Okay, so this is the future of the electric vehicle market in India. And if 50 million jobs are there, then obviously there are ample of opportunities are there. And to cope up of that, we need to develop some skills. We need to develop some, we have to be capable of that. And then for sure we will be able to part of that industry. If you see this EV sale, electric vehicle sale in India, year by year, we can see how, like I have data from 2015. So in 2015 this is the sales, 2016 this is the sales, 2017, 18, 19 and 20. Later on after 20, it's seeing a drastic change. It is a rapid growth is happening, and this 2023, this is data is till July 2023. Okay, so in July, till July 2023, we have achieved this number of sales, and we have completed half of the year, and half of the more year is still remaining. And for sure, we will be able to part of that vehicle in terms of the sales. Okay, so these all are things about like how they their market are, how their sales are. In electric vehicle, one major component is there, that is called battery pack. So this battery pack is not only, there, if I talk about application, it is not only used in electric vehicle. Apart from electric vehicle, there are various applications of lithium ion battery are there, like bikes, these cars, or the trucks, whatever these all things are there, they comes in category of automotive sector. Apart from that, we have aviation sector, we have energy storage system for the irrigation purpose. mini wall or for the grid or for the portable ISS. Apart from that, we have satellite and space devices. There also these lithium ion batteries are using, we are using that lithium ion battery. Apart from that, we all know in a smartphone and in laptops we have battery packs in lithium ion batteries are there. In medical devices also, we are using lithium ion battery. There are many applications where we are using the lithium ion battery. Also, in pacemakers which are implanted in our body, there are also lithium ion batteries are there. In our personal grooming kits, like the streamers and all, they are also having this lithium ion battery. Apart from power tools, whether this is domestic power tool or industrial power tool, they also are having this lithium ion battery in for the use application. Okay, so these many applications are there. You can see these many applications are there, and these many growths are there. These many future scopes are there. So for those scopes to fulfill those all requirements, we need human resources as well. Okay, to fulfill those requirements. So if I talk about human resources for this industry, means job options, job opportunities in this industry, and there are various job options in electric vehicle industry, and I will be covering one by one. Battery engineer mechanical, so they are responsible for you know making for battery closure, battery casing design, there are structural things. Those all things battery mechanical, battery design engineer, they take care of. Apart from that, in battery we have electronics component as well, we have hardware component. Okay, so those all take care by battery engineer. Hardware, they used to design PDU, they used to design VDU, this power distribution unit, battery distribution unit, they BMS, battery management system, DC-DC converter, motor controller, all those hardware things they used to take care of. Sorry. Charging infrastructure in engineer. We all know this electric vehicle. This electric vehicle needs to be charged. Okay, and for charging that, we need a charging infrastructure, and that charging infrastructure could be taken care by this kind of engineer. We have vehicle design engineer. In this electric vehicle, there is not only battery and charger. There are different motors are there. You know vehicle we have suspension system, we have a steering system, we have interior, we have exterior. So all those things needs to be designed, and those all things could be taken care by vehicle design engineer. Okay, so it's not only designed to make a electric vehicle, like it's not like we have designed it and it will get manufactured by itself. So after the completion of design, it needs to be manufactured, and manufacturing engineers should be taken care of that. Okay, so electric vehicle manufacturing engineers are there who take care of manufacturing of the vehicle, manufacturing of the motors, manufacturing of the electronic circuit boards, manufacturing of the battery pack. So those all are manufacturing engineers will be taking care of that. Policy analysis and advocacy. So we have policy makers, we have you know these people who develop, who makes the policies, who makes the regulations. Okay, and for those all things, a different category, different segments are there, and this particular segment, the policy makers and all, this particular segment majorly taken care of by government sectors. There are government organizations are there who are taking care of this. There are government ministries are there, who policy makers are there. So if you willing to go in this segment, you will be getting a chance to work as a government employee for this. Then we have environmental engineer. Why environmental engineer? So in industry we have to reduce the carbon footprint, we have to reduce the carbon emission or other unwanted gases and all are there, unwanted things are there which government are saying, or as a normal to keep our environment clean and green, we have to reduce those all emission, and those all things environmental engineers they take care of. Okay, how to balance that, how to reduce that, those all things. Sales and marketing manager, or we can say sales and marketing engineer, they are majorly responsible for selling and marketing their products. Not only vehicle level, like if you are making a battery alone, that also needs to be sold, that also needs to be get done by marketing. Okay, so even though not you are a component manufacturer, there also you need sales and marketing guy who will be taking care of sales and marketing of your component, where there is a small battery, there is a bms, there is a huge small components to big components like battery, motor, or a complete vehicle. Those all things need to be sale, and the sales and marketing team take care of that. Service engineers are there. Once the sales happen, then suppose for example, anytime a consumer face any difficulty in your product, then they need a service team to get their component, they get their vehicle, they get their product serviced, right? And for those all things, service engineer take care of that. Chemical engineers are there. What chemical engineers do, they like in lithium ion cells, there are different chemistries are there. We have nmc chemistry, we have nca chemistry, we have lfp chemistry, we have lto chemistry. Different chemistries are there, which these all chemistries are existing chemistries. Apart from that, in future people are talking about like sodium ion chemistry, or many things. So these chemicals engineer, they take care of the different chemistries of, like if you are a cell manufacturer, if you are going to be a part of any company who are manufacturing the cells, their chemical engineers could get a good scope there. Okay, research and development, every industry needs a research and development things to launch new technology, new product in the market, and for that research and development teams are there. It could be a part of that team. Infrastructure development means you know when you have a product and you have to manufacture it, you have to make a complete assembly line. For that, infrastructure development is required. For example, suppose you are a charging manufacturer, or if you wish to be a part of charging manufacturer, then there is not only like onboard charger, there are offboard chargers are there, which are called as dc offboard charger, or dc fast charger. So for those all things, we need to establish a charging stations and all. For that, infrastructure development is required. Apart from that, there is a thing called wireless charging system. In wireless charging system, there is a static wireless charging system and a dynamic wireless charging system. For a static wireless charging also, you need to develop you know a small infrastructure to have that. Apart from, in if I talk about dynamic wireless charging system, so in dynamic charging wireless charging system, what happens, there is a complete road. Beneath that, there is a secondary coil is there, which is running throughout. So for that also, you need a good infrastructure. So civil engineers and all, they could also be a part of this industry as a infrastructure development team. Okay, and last one is project manager. So my as a company, if any work, any project is going on a good rate, like they are meeting their timelines and all are not, to take care of that, there is a program managers are there, or project managers are there, who take care of that. Okay. So field of engineering. So we discussed about like various opportunities in the electric vehicle industry. But what engineering student could be part of these various job options? So they are like chemical engineers. If I talk about chemical engineers, they will be going as a chemical engineer to manufacture the cells and all. Computer science and engineering, they people will be taking care of codings, iot, internet of things, artificial intelligence. Those all things have been now integrating in the electric vehicle industry, and these people could be a part of that as a software team, as a iot team, as a artificial intelligence team to take care of that. Mechanical engineer, like battery designer, this manufacturing team, those all things could be a part of, mechanical engineers could be a part of those all team, electronics and communication engineer. So I discussed this hardware, charging infrastructure, wherever electrical and electronics things are required, this electronics and communication engineer and electrical engineers could be a part of that team. Electrical engineers, especially in charging infrastructure, in charger side, they could be a good resource for the company, for any company. Mechatronics engineer, they also, like, today what is happening, this industry is not only like civil engineer or mechanical engineer or electronic. Now this industry shifted towards multidisciplinary things. Okay, so multidisciplinary means you should have knowledge of multiple domains, multiple discipline, right? So that, for example, I am a mechanical engineer and I am part of this electric vehicle industry, and I am not having the understanding of electronics and electrical, then I will not be able to incorporate with other team, and I will not be able to uh, be a good resource, because I will not be having that understanding. Then how what team will be working together? So for that reason, this multiple disciplinary knowledge should be there. So that's why now mechatronics, robotics, these all domains have been emerged, and these team are more preferred over to a only single core field. Civil engineering, as I told you, key different infrastructure needs to be developed, and for infrastructure development, the civil engineering could be a part of this electric vehicle industry. Now, if I talk about okay, as a engineering student, as a how to start a career in electric vehicle industry. So initially, like initially you have to start with a small things, and then you can be able to launch yourself in the industry. So initially you can start with the building projects on the related to electric vehicle industry. There are various topics related to that. You can develop some projects for DC converter, for BMS, for motor controller, inverters. Many things are there. On that you can build a small projects. You can start with the doing internship in some electric vehicle industry or electric vehicle industry related component manufacturer company. You can start doing your internship there, and you can have also have some research projects. Like if you are doing MTech and PhD, you can start having research projects related to this industry, and then you will be having a good industry, good understanding of this industry. Then you can represent yourself as a strong candidate for this, and it will help you to start your career in the electric vehicle industry. How to skill yourself to have a career in the electric vehicle industry? So you can initially now way in if we talk about college curriculum and all, so majorly they don't have huge details of electric vehicle in their college curriculum. So how then what will be happening, you will not be gaining that much of depth knowledge of electric vehicle industry in your college curriculum. So you can start doing some online courses. There are lot of you know plenty of courses in on internet on to for the electric vehicle industry. You can join any of them, and you will be able to learn those all things. You can start learning softwares which are used in the automotive industry. For example, if you talk about, like, if you are a mechanical engineer, you can choose any 3D modeling software like SolidWorks, CATIA, Pro-E, NX, anything Creo, anything you can choose to start learning this 3D modeling software. If I talk about simulation softwares are there for the mechanical engineers, for a structural simulation, for thermal simulation. Those all widely used in electric vehicle industry, specifically, and you can start learning those all software for this simulation. Like for example, I told you structure simulation and thermal simulation. For that also, lot of softwares are there. Altairs are there. We have ANSYS are there. LS Dyna is there. So those all softwares, any one of those you can choose. And if you start learning those all things, and then you can have a good confidence for that. You should start building LinkedIn contacts in this EV industry, so that once you develop those all skills in yourself, and then you can start approaching them for to launch yourself in this industry. Live training session, sometimes on weekends, on or on anytime, there are live session organized by different skill development companies or skill development institutions. They used to organize this live training session. You can join those all things, and you will be developing these skills in yourself. Okay. So, what skills I am talking about? If you go to the online learning course or any software development, but for those all things, what skills you should have? So, suppose for example, you are a mechanical engineer, you should have a good understanding of production processes. You should have a good understanding of machining processes, injection molding, different uh, this production processes, then casting materials. You should having a good understanding of materials. If you are a this electrical engineer or electronics engineer, then you should have a good understanding of hardware design, what components, like for example, what kind of gate, what kind of resistance, what components you need to choose for the particular application. That in that manner, in that level, understanding you should have, basic understanding you should have. Later on, if you launch yourself in any company, this the work level things you would be learning by working, but the basic things you should learn, you should develop those all things in yourself. For example, so if you are a software engineer, then what languages which are we are using in the electric vehicle industry? For example, C, this embedded C, Python, or any hardware related software you can choose to develop yourself. Apart from that, many simulation softwares are there, like Simlinks is there, MATLABs are there. So those all things you can learn to develop yourself. You should, if you are electronics and communication engineer, the communications, how the things are communicating to each other. Those all things you can develop in yourself. Apart from that, today we are talking about level 3, level 4 of this driverless car, or level 5 of driverless car. In those all things, various communication, like radars are there, many things are there. You can learn those all things, and these skills are basic things which you should know as your domain knowledge. Basic domain knowledge should be there, and then you will be launching to the industry. If we talk about companies in the electric vehicle industry, in only in India, we have lot of companies where you can see your future as a electric vehicle engineer. Hero Electrics are there, Electras are there, Ampere, Okinawa, Ashok Leyland, Torque Motors, Mahindra Electric, Hyundai, Hero, Maruti Suzuki, TVS, Ilu, Pure EV, Bajaj, Exicom, Ather, Tata Motors. So startups are also there, established companies are also there, some outside companies are also there, which recently came in India, like for example BYD. They recently came in India. Okay, similarly Citron and all few companies are there which who recently came in India as a EV manufacturer. So ample of opportunities are there. Okay, so I guess you have a good understanding how to develop yourself, how to launch yourself in the EV industry. And for more details, you can contact this Shiksha Junction as well, for to groom your career, to groom your CV, to launch you in the EV industry. That will be very helpful for you. Okay. So thank you very much.